I realized that I love private instruction. I get 30 minutes with whoever. We get to talk about what they're interested in. I get to help them achieve a goal that they're interested in achieving. You slowly get to know them and their personalities and their interests. I had this one guitar student. It took me a while to figure out what his interests were. I finally got him to say that he liked, Blinding Lights by the Weeknd. So I was able to listen to that and figure out a really good way forward with our lessons, because up until then we had just been doing scales and things of that nature. He really started to see why we were learning the scales, because he could play along with the song. He could pick it out by ear. He was learning things about his playing that he didn't even realize. Well, I have a student who's very much into softball. I love softball and baseball, so we talk about metaphors and incorporate metaphors from the sport to the lesson, and how, in practicing any skill set, the repetition and the attention to detail and the drive is there. And I just try to take note of those things to maybe incorporate some of those other interests into our lessons. And I have that same attitude towards the arts and everything around me here in New York, so that I can kind of incorporate whatever's at my fingertips to help them. They're doing a lot of work themselves, right? They're teaching themselves, I'm there to teach them. I'm excited to teach them. I'm happy to teach them, but that quality of continuing the education on their own, right? Learning how to practice, learning how to work through the challenging things. That's also part of why I like teaching, and why teaching is important, and why education is important, is that self-education aspect of it, right? Understand the discipline that it takes to sit down and thoroughly learn something and practice it and get the skill set down. And having that conversation with the students is super important. It's super rewarding when students take that assignment and just run with it. And sometimes it takes a while for that to happen, which is fine, but it's super rewarding when they do run with it, because it just makes our experience way more fulfilling, right? And it shows the full circle nature of the lessons and what being a musician is all about. The beauty of that in New York is that I am a working musician. I'm out in the city trying to gig as a choral singer. I'm trying to play shows with my own music and the guys that are playing with me. I'm trying to get composing gigs on the side. I'm trying to be a jack of all trades. I'm trying to be a working musician in the city in the modern age. And if I was still living in Arkansas or living in the small town in Texas that I was in and teaching in public school, I could be telling my students all these things that would make them great musicians and that would make them working musicians, But I'm in this situation, I'm actively doing it and teaching, And so I'm gaining that experience, sharing it, or already speaking from experience, and my students can literally come and watch me practice what I preach on stage, It's cool to be able to do that and just kind of back up what I'm telling other people, and kind of say, you should try this, and if you want to see how it works, you should come to my show.